What's up? It's Figure 8. I'm a local Portland rapper from Detroit, Michigan, here in Closet Confessionals, about to answer 5 questions that rappers do not want to answer.
Tell us about your financial situation. As a full-time artist in our city, do you make any money?
I make anywhere from negative $1,000 to $1,000 in a month off my music, or being a rapper. There's some months where we make a lot of money off of streams, a lot of money from shows. I sell a lot of features, I sell a lot of merch, and we can cover a lot of rent and live comfortably from that. And then there's some months where we have to pay for the shows, pay for music videos, pay for advertisements, and we end up, not making anything as well. So we lose $1,000 and end up having to scramble. But it's varied levels of success. You can throw a show that sells out, and then after paying everybody out, walk away with $150 for a month's worth of work. Or sometimes you can throw a show up, not promote it at all, and 100 people come, and you walk out with $500-$600, and you can pay rent for your room. There is zero guarantee. It is the first job in my life where I do not know if I have my rent.
Another question a lot of rappers don't want to answer is if this doesn't work out and you have to go back to a regular job, how do you feel about the face tattoos? Has that ever come across as something that you regret possibly?
I regret one of my face tattoos just because I don't like it. But I've pretty much, before I got them, I decided if this doesn't work out, what are the 10 careers I would choose that are relatively easily obtainable? Because being a rapper is almost like winning the lottery for your career. There are other jobs where if you go to school, you can just get a job, or you work your way up, you can get promoted. And all 10 of those, I think I'm good to have what I have on my face and body. So I've never actually been one of those people that was like, oh no, I can't work at McDonald's cash register anymore. Whatever I'm going to do, I'll be all right with the face tattoos. I regret one of them, but that's just because I don't like it, not because I think it's going to stop me from feeding my family one day.
Number 3, have you ever been fearful for your life being a local artist?
Yeah, sure. I think there's some people that downplay that and act like this is a job that comes with zero repercussions and the things you say won't come back to haunt you. But I also think there's people that pretend that it's this big scary thing. You have to walk around with a vest on. We need to shut it down at venues. Danger to neighbor, blah, blah, blah. I also don't think inherently rappers have to fear for their life more than any other artist. John Lennon got killed. He wasn't rapping. Rap didn't exist when John Lennon got killed. Artists have been if you're a person of interest at any point in history, I think you have a chance of gaining enemies, and there's a lot of people in the world. So, the more people there are, the more unstable people there are. The larger you are, the larger people that know who you are. So I don't think it's inherently a rapper thing. I do think being a local artist helps, because if I was just a local businessman, not that many people would know about me, but occasionally people do know about me and they do not like me. So, yeah.
Number 4, how does your family feel about you being a full-time artist and diving into this so heavily?
I think it's a great way to not talk to your parents. It's real easy split. I mean, they didn't talk to me prior, but I'm certain it doesn't help. And, I could definitely say, as much as I don't like saying it, that the few family members that I do have, I'm much less close to now that so much of my time is consumed by this. And my kids are very young. I don't know what my kids think, but I do often think about what they will think when this is all said and done, because whether it's in a mansion or we're in the same situation we are and I just have a job, is all the time that you have to spend away to maybe make money worth the time that you could be spending with them. And it definitely, since I was in high school, any romantic relationship I've been in, it's an entire toll that it takes on it. So I would say, I assume if you have money and it works out for you, you have a different set of personal and familial problems. But while you're just trying to do it, it's a really good way to put all of your personal relationships on hard mode.
Number 5 is When's enough? When do you call it quits?
Soon. I think every year I've done this since I was 8. This is my 18th year of waking up going, next year's the year. And every year that I've said next year is the year, you believe it just a tiny bit less. And occasionally there's an outlier. There's a year where you're like, actually, next year is the year. And then you're reminded it is not, in fact. It just comes down to not hating yourself, I think. That's the hardest thing to do for artists specifically a lot of the time. But if it stops being fun, I think no matter how much harder it has become since it's work and a job, it still remains fun and my favorite thing to do. So when it stops doing that, that's for sure the time to call it quits. But I've always been real honest with myself. I don't have a schedule. I don't wake up in the morning and do everything I should. I'd rather spend an hour writing than an hour researching how to properly license and copyright my lyrics. So I know that before I call it quits, I would like to spend a year just, who cares what happens to anything else in my life? I'm going to commit to trying to do everything that I know you're supposed to do this year. But I know that that's much harder and it will not be fun. So right now we're just going to keep trying to put stuff out and hope it works. But I know that either the time will come where it's not fun anymore, or I'm going to have to make it not fun and see if it works.
That's 5 hard questions that rappers don't want to answer with Figure 8. Thanks for watching.